5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hand me my fetching trowel, boy.
Care to join me in a belt of scotch?
I don't know, man. It's been a while. How do I start this? Hi diddly ho?
I think it's like din 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 din.
Okay. Yeah. I'm forgetting the phrase though. So it's like space, the final frontier. No, that's not right. There was a lady who met a nice little fella.
Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. Maybe I should just look at the script. I think I'll look at the script. Let's see. It says 47th recording, Sacrilicious, Work, Love, Wolf. Okay. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to read that part. Shit.
Oh, man, it's in brackets.
Welcome to Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts, a Simpsons review podcast. I'm your lovable nerd Snerts, a.k.a. Joshua Stearns. And joining me is the equally delightful Robin, don't have a cow, coward.
Hey-o. What's happening, Josh? How you doing?
You know, a little tired today, to be honest. I think both of us are kind of dragging ass.
Little Sunday. It's hot here in Georgia.
Yeah, it's a little warm down here too.
I got the summer naps.
Yeah, summer naps are great. And then we had this whole kerfuffle with our recording where, you know, we did this great episode that's going to be lost to time. Y'all missed it, man. We had so many great guests and musical numbers.
Oh, man, it was the most extraordinary thing we've ever done, Josh, by far.
We had almost all of the ex-presidents, but then they told us they were like a little busy with the whole Obama Center, you know.
I love what you're doing. I love the Homer and the Marge.
Yeah, so that one was lost to time, folks. So we are re-recording this episode, and we're going to be pointing that out probably throughout. So bear with us for that one.
Josh, is we after it usually uploads, we use Zencaster. Shout out, they've been very good to date. And it just wasn't there. It just it had just disappeared, like it had never been there. But we know had recorded. We paused in the middle, so I reached out, and all I got was AI support on this, Josh. And there's nothing worse in this world, I think, than AI support. I was like, "Is this?" They're like, "Oh, it's probably this thing," and I'm like, "No, it is this exactly." And I worked with AI, so I know a little bit how to prompt. And it's like, yeah, there's nothing you can do. And yeah,
because the first recording, you know, that we do is usually the ads and skits that we enjoy so much. And that was fine, which is why we had that come out early, just to give you all a little something. And then we were planning this break. So it's been like this 3-week hiatus, and I've been enjoying myself. The summer has been nice. I'm finally getting into a World Cup, you know, now that we're hitting the elimination round. I got to hang out with my buddy Alex Tucker for a while, and just drank way too much, smoked way too much, but had a good time.
Tucker.
Overall. How was your time off from the podcast, bud? Do anything?
It's been great. We had Juneteenth, my favorite holiday,
Sweet.
In Atlanta, and yeah, it's been a great time.
Very good. All right. Yeah. Well, let's get into it. If this is your first episode of Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts, here's how it works. One of us will pick an episode of The Simpsons to discuss. We go through the plot, provide questionable impressions, and point out our favorite bits. Season 3 is all about themes, and we've traveled the world over the last 4 episodes. Well, plus the one that was lost to time. I mean, you know. Like I said, we're going to be bringing that up. But anyway, now that we're done vacationing about the globe, it's time to hunker down and pay off those credit cards with Marge Gets a Job. Let's hear that new theme song.
I just think they're neat. is breaking the law.
Another great part about taking 3 weeks off is I'm not sick of that song anymore. After composing it, I haven't heard that in like 3 weeks, man. I was like, oh yeah, and then the drums come in. Look at me go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So to kick things off with our new theme, Marge Gets a Job, I picked from season 4, episode 7, the aptly named Marge Gets a Job.
It's amazing.
Yeah, right? And
What are
this
the
is
odds?
what are the odds? I don't know. What are the odds that I would just rip something off from The Simpsons for this podcast?
It's about 100%.
Yep. And this was directed by Jeff Lynch and written by two of my favorites, Bill Oakley and Josh Weinstein, with the first air date of 11/5/1992. So I don't know if I remember seeing this one when it first came out, but definitely seen it plenty of times in syndication and reruns. How about you, man? Do you remember seeing this one?
Probably.
Right.
Most I'm sure I did. We were watching it and talking about it on Monday. It was we get in that time where it was just massively popular.
Yes. All right. Well, then let's jump into everyone's favorite copy paste segment with Behind the Wiki. A wiki.
Every time it gets me.
Yes, the Wilhelm scream is amazing. All right, so we're going to start off with some guest stars. Tom Jones is playing himself, and we get a double dose of Phil Hartman as he's playing his two most popular characters on the show, Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz.
It's a real treat. We get both in the single episode.
Fantastic. And they both do their own kind of shtick perfectly. You know, you really get a little snapshot of like what these characters are like in other episodes as well.
Absolutely.
The idea of the show came from everybody's tall, lanky, Bostonian Irish kid, Conan O'Brien. Heard of him? The animators had trouble drawing Marge with the suit and lipstick. Jeff Lynch, who was our director, said there were a few scenes where Marge looks like a monster.
Wow. Okay.
Now you think about it though, because they don't have any chins, right? And so it's all kind of like where does the bottom lipstick begin and end? Right?
Yeah.
So I could see that. We had an original subplot. Mr. Burns has Homer dress up as Mr. Adam to visit schools to talk to children. So that could have been fun. Yeah.
What was then? What would that story have been then? I wonder.
I would assume Mr. Burns would be would already know that Homer and Marge are a couple because they've met the family before in past episodes.
Despite what happens in
this would be a way to have Burns get rid of Homer at the plant to woo Marge in his absence.
I see.
So he's like, Homer, you're going to go to these schools and give them a lecture or something of that nature. Smithers will fill you on the details.
Mr. Adam.
Yeah. Hey, kids. I'm Mr. Adam,
Yeah. In some way or form, they would have beat the crap out of him.
Absolutely. I think that would have been the running gag is that like every time he leaves, he gets his ass kicked by the bullies. And one of them is probably Bart. Hit him in the legs.
The other one's Edna.
Yeah. So all the jargon used by Troy McClure from the Foundation Repair video is actually taken from Time Life Foundation Repair book and used completely accurately. And I think that's what makes one of those like deadpan moments just so much more fun is that they just took the book and they just read it,
because it's talking about the ridiculousness of stereo instructions,
Correct. Yes. And we have the cast really liked Tom Jones as a guest star, finding him fun to work with. He offered to perform a concert after he was done recording lines. I also love that too. Be like, hey, honey, not going to make it home for dinner. They're doing Tom Jones decided to do a private concert for everybody at the Fox lot here.
Sorry. She's like, and I'm home with the fucking kids.
Yeah. Well,
I want to see Tom Jones.
You guys had that potluck. I don't like potlucks, Gerald. So the animators had originally drawn 3 versions of Bart after he was attacked by the wolf. They picked the version that looked at the least scary, as they did not want Bart to look, quote, too beaten up.
As a fan of like horror movies I watch with my friends, especially like, the older ones that have the practical effects, the idea of like Bart's like ear falling off.
Yo, sure.
like,
Yeah.
like half of his arm missing,
Yeah. And instead, we just got a lot of tattered clothes, but we'll get into that more because I think it's interesting that they really tried to lessen it. And I
Yeah.
want to know what was thrown on the cutting room floor, to be
Yeah,
honest.
right?
Okay, now we have the whole game. Is it a knee or is it a cock? Because the animation error during Mr. Smithers' dream sequence about Mr. Burns also caused issues when dealing with network censors because they saw a lump underneath the bed sheets and they assumed was an erection. But the animators was like, no, that's Mr. Smithers' knee. So you and I talked about this during the first recording. We don't really think it was an erection. Like it looked like knees. Like it was fine. I think
Well, I'll
someone
tell
was
you
kind of
this,
overreacting.
Josh, it really depends on the date because it's Pride Month. So during Pride, it's definitely an
Oh, I
erection.
see. Okay,
But the
sweet.
other 11 months, it's very
Right.
clearly a knee. But it's really interesting if you watch it during Pride, it shifts a little
Right. It
and it
only
wriggles
comes
a
up
little.
once a year, you're saying. It only rises to the occasion during this fun time. You got a real stiff upper wind.
Don't make this harder than it is, Josh.
There are a number of cultural references throughout the episode, and this is something Robin and I have talked about. And instead of bringing them up in the wiki and just give you more of like a laundry list of things, we'll bring it up
Yeah.
during the episode. Like this
Yeah.
is a reference to this is a reference to that, because frankly, every single episode of The Simpsons have cultural references one way or another. All right, controversy. In the original airing of this episode, Miss Krabappel named several different diseases Bart has faked in order to get out of taking his English test. One of them is Tourette's syndrome. After Bart claims that it is over, he begins barking and snarling and mutters, "Shove it, witch!" This scene garnered many complaints from people who thought it was tasteless to the writers to make fun of an actual condition, and Joshua Smith, a boy in Renton, Washington, began seeking legal action. Those Joshuas, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it was 12-year-old Josh seeking legal action and not litigious parents.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I'm sure. Look, I mean, like if you had something like that, you're gonna be touchy about it.
Of course.
It sucks.
Yeah.
There's a girl I follow on Instagram that has Tourette's, and it was it's one of the things I do like reels for is you get to see the reality of some of these things that people live in, and that didn't seem like fun.
And the writers were sympathetic to the complaints. Smith demanded some fun things, though, which I really like. He wanted an apology, but he also wanted them not to repeat the episode and have Bart Simpson befriend somebody with Tourette's on his show. So it's kind of like maybe a friend named Joshua Smith from Renton, Washington. And in an unprecedented move for the show, the producers agreed to remove the scene from future broadcasts. So now instead of saying Tourette's, I think it's like rabies or something of that nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Which actually kind of fits in with the boy who cried wolf motif. However, Smith got his apology, but they did not fulfill the other request. So
Yeah.
maybe later, buddy. Who knows? They got another 400,000 episodes in them. Like eventually we'll have Tourette's.
Well, they'd have to
Bart.
bleep out some stuff inevitably.
There you go. All right. So following the last bit of controversy, this one I think is just a little bit more weird, and I don't know. Part of me is kind of like, get over it, but maybe I'm just being an asshole. Following the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami and the associated nuclear emergency, the episode was pulled from Australian networks due to jokes about radiation poisoning. Did you pull Chernobyl too, that award-winning HBO series? I don't think so, Australia. No. Oh, no, Austrian. Not even Australians. Sorry, Australians.
Chernobyl
Austrians.
Was filmed, decades later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, that's all I have from
in the 80s.
Yeah. So that's it. Austrians there being a little bit sympathetic to people who guess who have radiation poisoning by pulling the episode for a while.
Yeah.
That's all I had in Wikipedia Prime. Did you have anything else from those weird ones? Like, oh, Bart no longer exists because he fell out a window.
Well, they just say, the thing where in this Mr. Burns is like, who is that, in reference to Marge, and of course we're in season 4, so they've met a million times.
Correct.
But that plays with his character. They did claim Lisa does claim that Pierre and Marie Curie both died of radiation poisoning, and that is not true, Josh. It's
Oh,
very,
really?
very made sure to let us know that Marie Curie died of radiation poisoning, but old Pierre died of a skull fracture after getting hit by a horse-drawn carriage. So,
Ooh,
yeah, Lisa
man.
is full of it in this one. She doesn't know her stuff.
That's not a good way to go, getting a horse-drawn carriage, skull fracture.
No, I mean, no. Oh, that
Ooh.
sounds terrible. That sounds like a
Right?
terrible way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how did their kid die? Natural causes in their sleep, I hope. Good Lord.
At the age of 97, the
Yeah.
family surrounding her.
All right, anything else from the other halls of the wikis?
No, it's just a lot of the little stuff that we were talking about later.
Okay, sweet. We get a chalkboard gag. I will not teach others to fly. So, who is he trying to teach? Millhouse? Ralph?
Probably. Who's going to do it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's why you have the cape on. The cape will capture the wind. I don't know, Bart.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
The couch gag. The family members' heads are on the wrong bodies, and they switch to the right heads with Mackie taking the pacifier from Homer's mouth.
Always good.
Fantastic. All right, we open with everyone's favorite segment, Marge going through mail. Resident. Free sample of lemon time.
Free sample of lemon time.
And then Homer immediately grabs it and starts to chug it, even though it's dishwasher soap.
I love it. She goes, Homer, that's dishwashing soap. And he goes, yeah, but what are you going to do? It's one of the things I love about this episode is we got so used to Homerisms.
Yes.
You know, and if you these were so funny back in the day because we hadn't gotten there yet, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so,
the other thing we get a lot of too, besides just like Homer's like, oh well, what are you gonna do type of attitude, is a lot of like imagination and like cutaways to like people's imagination or dreams or scenarios. This was very popular in like the first 6 or so seasons of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And then my opinion is like once Family Guy came on, they actually did it, and they did it at such a faster, more rapid clip. You know, that they're kind of like The Simpsons are like, okay, let's look for something else to do.
Yeah, let's freaking new barrier.
Yeah, and one of those immediately is Marge finds a letter about a retirement plan party at the plant. And Homer like wishes that he could be in retirement, and then we have a little thought bubble, and he looks exactly the same. He's lying on the couch with a pillow, just kind of there doing nothing. But he can't wait for retirement, you know.
Yeah.
And then we got Flanders walking by. Howdy ho there, Nebarino. Good pipe weather. Thought I fire out the briar. Can't talk now. Busy. Uckly duckly do.
It's just this random thing where he's walking by with a pipe. And usually in other episodes, that's always a sign when somebody's acting out of character like that of it leading to something else. And I wonder if there was another small storyline about a pipe or something that would have led to, because it's so random, Josh.
It is so random, and I don't remember Flanders smoking in future episodes either. But I could be wrong. He could just be like one of those people who's not a regular user, but enjoys a good, smoke pipe or a cigar every once in a while. I don't know.
Sure.
Because he also has like a rumpus room, with the pool table and all the other games, right? So he does kind of like the finer things in life every once in a while.
Of course.
I also like how Marge points out that he's crooked, because the whole thing's at like what do they call that? Dutch angle? Like the villain. The villains in the 66 Batman, right? Everything's crooked. And Marge points out that, like, I think our house is sinking. And Homer, again, no fucks to give. All part of God's great plan, honey. And then you like the bit with Maggie and the fan. So why don't you describe that one?
Yeah, they're definitely, everything's kind of sliding down towards the front door. And there's a fan by the front door blowing on Homer, and Maggie starts sliding towards the fan. She's like clawing, trying to keep herself from getting
very much like a Titanic or Poseidon Adventures type of scenario,
and it's really well done, I mean, even it's Indiana Jones reference.
Absolutely. Too. Yeah, like when he's in the boat, right? And then you see the big propeller blade coming at him,
Yeah. Well, in the earlier one, when they're in the airplane and it takes the Nazi's face off. It's great.
Man, I love it when Nazis get their face taken off.
We all do, Josh. We all do.
We also get an exterior shot, and of course, like all the things on the roof start falling off. You know, we got like what I don't forget, paper airplanes, kite, football, like just all sorts of stuff. And then
Some good
Nelson
animation
laughs
throughout
at
that
it
deal.
when
Yeah.
the Santa Claus light fixture or whatever falls down and busts open.
You've been up there for several Christmases.
Right.
apparently.
They did a really good job too, with like the faded yellow of like the
Yeah.
ornament or the decoration, I should say.
The
And I love how
animation in
Nelson
the
is just kind of
scene-
like, "Uh-huh."
Just-
What were you
But I
saying?
love the animation in the scene in general is great. Like I love when Homer's drinking the dishwashing liquid. He's just
Oh yeah.
foaming at the mouth. And it's
Yes, yes,
it's
yes.
hilarious.
And there's also like throughout this whole opening bit with the slanted house, just all these jokes about like he puts down a glass and the glass goes flying off and you
Just
hear it
falls off.
crash. He sits down on a couch and then he slides to the other end of the couch and takes his arm off of the ledge,
Yeah, it's great.
or the side. So anyway, Homer is going to try to fix it himself, and to do so, he picks up a VHS tape, the half-assed approach to foundation repair with Troy McClure. And we got a classic
Yes.
opening here. Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such instructional videos as mothballing your battleship and dig your own grave and save. And I love this bit of Homer and Bart watching the video, and then Homer's replying to Troy as if he's a person in the room. And we got a little sample of that right here with our first clip.
Ready?
Ready.
First, patch the cracks in the slab using a latex patching compound and a patching trowel.
Hand me my patching trowel, boy.
Bart looks at Homer, just blank space. Just blank space.
Now, do you have extruded polyvinyl foam insulation?
No.
Good.
Good.
Assemble the aluminum J-channel using self-furring screws. Install.
What do I do in
After
case...
applying brushable coating to the panels,
Wait a
you'll
minute.
need some corrosion-resistant metal stucco lath.
Wait a minute.
If you can't find metal stucco lath,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
use carbon
Use
fiber
carbon
stucco
fiber
lath.
stucco lab.
No.
Now barge the lath.
And now Barge the Lab.
Now Barge the lab.
I
It's the
could kind
best.
of relate to this too, because for small repairs on my car, like a
Sure.
windshield wiper or a light, something that I should be able to replace my own. I do look up YouTube videos just to make sure I don't screw it up. And I remember once I was like looking at one, I was like, and they're like, now remove your front bumper. I'm like, wait, what? And I looked up how to replace the headlamp, not the bulb.
Oh, right.
So I just kind of relate to Homer, where you're kind of like watching, you're like, okay, I'm following. Wait, no, I'm
What?
lost. No, stop, I'm
Huh?
lost. All right. So Surly Joe's foundation repair shows up, and I love how he puts the leveler up on a very obviously slanted, section of
Right.
the home, and then it just falls way off, and you hear it crash in the glass.
Slides right off.
And then Homer is just with his little childlike innocence. Did you see the bubble?
Did you see the bubble?
So it's going to be $8,500 for the repair bill, and Surly Joe is like, apparently, like Homer is just like, get the hell out of here. This is stupid. You're not the only place in town. And then he opens up the phone book, and it's like Surly Joe's the only place in town for foundation repair.
We're gonna get dough.
Yep.
But that joke is exactly what I'm talking about. Where these are the early times when they're doing those jokes, and this happens like a million times more throughout the
Right.
series. But
Well,
Homer
and
going, "You're not this," and he immediately turns around. And it's like dough.
Well, and depending on the rubber band reality we're in for any particular episode, Springfield is a small town. So the
Oh, yeah.
idea that there's only one foundation repairman that's, for residential stuff makes sense, And we also
The only one in town.
get our favorite Kent Brockman ends one news story at the beginning of his segment. And he basically, you see the White House in the little picture, right? And the East Wing is on fire. Okay. And then Kent is just
Little
kind of like
too-
leaving the vice president in charge. And I'm like, that could fit today as well as it did yesterday,
He's like, and now,
Yeah, now the feel-good story.
On to the next one.
It talks about how this story isn't on the level, and there's like a lot of like broadcast news jokes.
So he does this thing where he goes, and this is one story that's not on the level, and he does it in this smarmy, like newscaster way that is just brilliant.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And the whole idea of the Simpsons house like sinking into the ground has become a local attraction. And Bart, being the miscreant and, kind of like showman that he is, immediately takes hold of the center stage. It's kind of like this ringleader /
They
someone
call
at
it
like
the Barker.
a carnival, the Barker. There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, and he's like, behold, the horrors of the slanty shanty. See the twisted creatures that dwell within. Meet Cue Ball, the man with no hair. And of course, Homer on cue runs up and goes,
Ah!
and there's a woman in the crowd.
It's like,
he's hideous.
He's hideous. It's great. It's great. They're getting their money's worth at least,
Oh, it's so good. So Homer and Marge are discussing the money problems, and basically Marge is like, I should get a job. And I love how Homer immediately goes greedy on it. And he's like, oh, that means I don't have to have a job and I could live my dream.
Follow my own dreams.
Living in the woods and keeping a journal of my thoughts. And then we cut again to a fantasy bubble. And there's a barefoot Homer with this little curly hair. So, and he's there under a tree with a bunch of woodland creatures at sunset.
With no shoes on, barefoot.
And he goes, March 15th. I wish I brought a TV. Oh, God, I wish TV. And of course, Marge is like, no, we both need to get jobs. That was the whole point of this. And he's like, oh.
Oh, that's another one where he goes, oh.
Now we're off to the retirement party at the Spruce Caboose with just Homer and Marge. And I love this man. He's kind of like swarthy. He's not quite French. He's not quite English or whatever. But he's like, it was the most beautiful, most expensive train ever built. The Spruce Caboose. Some people said it was too big to stay on the tracks. They were right. And I love how they have like the picture of it falling off the tracks. Oh, yeah. And that was the establishing shot of the restaurant. So they basically, these cars just fell over and they made a restaurant with whatever position that they were in as they fell over. They didn't change a goddamn thing.
It's the reference to the spruce moose, that was too big to fly, too heavy to fly.
It also reminded me of a place in Hollywood. I think it's called like Connors or Trolley's or something like that. Yeah. Like it's like a hot dog burger joint, but it's in a train car.
Yeah, we had a spot like that here, a couple of spots like that here in Atlanta. But like we had one where they actually had like little cubbies for children where they could climb up. Like into a little space,
like a little maze or something.
And only
like that.
Children could get up there. Like it was like too small for others, so it was great.
I also love how their host is the headless brakeman, and it's this guy in this costume that has no eye slots whatsoever, and he's always constantly running into things.
What's the pimply kid's name? Follow me.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and he's just like running into things,
walking into the walls.
So Jack Marley is the poor soul who's going to be forced to retire. And Homer basically, like, as Burns is giving a speech about how Jack, dedicated his life to the plan, Homer just keeps going, boring. What did you think about this musical number? It's a parody of Citizen Kane, right?
It is, and it's funny because it's obviously Jack Marley's graduation. He's like, his retirement. We're gonna sing him a song, and then they sing this song about Mr. Burns.
But it starts off pretty funny too, because like Jack starts to smile until they say Mr. Burns, because he thinks the song is about him for like a half beat. And we have a clip too to give you. I didn't do the full song, but we'll do the intro so people have an idea of what we got.
There is a man, a certain man, a man whose grace and handsome face are known across the land. You know his name. It's Mr. Burns. He loves a smoke, enjoys a joke. Why, he's worth 10 times what he earned.
So to paint a picture for people, Smithers is dressed up kind of like the monorail man. He has like the straw hat and the candy red striped jacket with a bow tie. Mm-hmm. And all the chorus girls are there in their high heels with their legs showing and kind of like little tuxedo outfits like there's Zatanna from the DC comics. So that was a lot of fun. And I like that song a lot. It's just so like quirky. And there was one, it's just like, he's Monty Burns. And then like Burns cuts in, that's Mr. Burns.
That's Mr. Burns.
Do all this. Francis' name is Monty.
He's Mr. Burns.
And I love how Jack is like, may I please have a few things? What did we say he was like in our last recording? Droopy, right? Droopy dog.
Yeah, droopy dog.
And he's like, and he's so sad because he's like, I never married. My dog is dead. This job is keeping me alive. And then Burns literally plays him off with "He's a Jolly Good Fellow." two hired goons grab Jack and they literally throw him out of the train car
It's
like how trash he is.
It's like, this is how you retire? Come on.
Then Burns ends the festivities by announcing that
Jack.
there'd be a new job in Sector 7G, that the bar is closed and for everyone to get out.
He's a real philanthropist, you know.
And then we get Marge and Homer talking about the job idea. And this is a classic sitcom thing where they don't have a conversation in the car ride home from the event, but they immediately start talking about those events when they get home because that's where the set piece is.
They were too busy to talk in the car, Josh, if you know what I mean.
They got some drive-through and did it twice?
What was the car that they got that had the automatic driving, and they did the whole candle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So basically, Homer is against it. Forget it, Marge. We already live together. We shouldn't work together. As the Bible says, thou shalt not horn in on thy husband's racket.
Shall not horn in. Marge, of course, she's like, where does the Bible say racket?
It's in there. Look, Marge, we just don't need the money that bad. And then so he walks in the slanty shanty, and then we cut to like the roof on like chimney, and a really small, tiny bird, sits on there. And this causes the house to sink further, and it sends Bart flying out his bedroom window on the second story.
You're like,
and then Bart going, yeah, like his own Wilhelm scream. It was great.
And he's just sitting there like looking around like, what the hell just happened? It is as fun an animation as there is in this episode.
And we get a little bit of a continuality error here because Marge shows up originally because they're coming back from the event in her formal wear. So she's wearing earrings, white pearls, and her formal green dress with long sleeves. But then when they pan out to show Bart flying out the window, she's wearing her standard garb with the red pearls and the green dress. And this is only something you will notice if you do a Simpsons podcast and you have to pause to write notes and you notice something like that. Otherwise, everything's moving on. So the next day, she's working on her resume, Homemaker 1980 to present, and good old Lisa's there to spruce it up. And we're going to have some lovely typewriting sound effects for this next clip.
I think it needs a little padding. What are you putting in there? Up. When I'm done. Chauffeur, seamstress, curator of large mammals.
Marge, have you seen my lunchbox?
Oh, I see.
I love that little Lisa joke.
And she's like, Mom, they expect you to lie a little. She goes, worked for the Carter administration?
Yes.
Lisa goes, you voted for him twice. She goes, shh, like the neighbors might hear.
Someone will hear you. I also like how the padding of the resume starts off really, really innocent, but then becomes like more and more unattainable or what would you call that? Like just the bullshit becomes all the more apparent.
Yeah,
you can kind of like get away with like worked for the Carter administration.
Yeah, out there.
Like manages large animals, sure, chauffeur, seamstress, yeah. But then, like when Smithers is doing the interview, we get a little bit of taste of how this lie is getting out of control, and that'll be our next clip.
Oh, I thought Muddy Waters wrote that song.
I love that joke.
This resume is very impressive. Let me be the first to say Kadibu Kazini.
What?
What?
Welcome aboard. I guess my Swahili's not as good as yours. Sorry, the position has been filled.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear. And that was old Jack, who's not long for this world. I give him 6 months, man. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, no, I was going to go to a dark place. Let's not talk about it anymore.
I don't know. I mean, if he did retire from the plan, he'd probably be ripe for Congress, right? Like, he's like,
there you go.
That's when you start your political career.
That's it. There you go.
Homer is protesting at the dinner table that Marge is going to be working together, at the same plant in the same section too. It's not like they're, one's off in section, I don't know, A5 and they're in sector 7G or whatever,
No,
and he's basically like, hey, Marge, I don't want to spend all this time with you. Like, that's right. Like, that's the gist of it.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong,
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot, but you have to say it in a good way, and he does not. And she calls him on it.
I love how he pretends to just be interested in a newspaper once he realizes the conversation is not going his way. Lisa also brings up a comment that they're going to be like Marie and Pierre Curie. And she informs Homer that they both discovered radium and then incorrectly died from radiation poisoning, the two of them. We know that's not true because of Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how this sends Bart's imagination into overdrive. What did you think of the kaiju-sized Curies?
Oh, I thought this was great. You know, it's classic Godzilla. I love that this is how Bart interprets the world.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I really loved about this scene is that this was how, you know, Bart imagines history. And they're like parading through downtown.
Oh, yeah.
And
They have like
destroying
laser
all the
beams for
buildings.
their eyes and they're
It's
ripping
great.
buildings in half.
They got the random person running, going, "Oh no, it's the Curies!"
We must flee. All right, so they're driving to work as a couple, and Homer is giving out some advice, and this is where we start with the T-board jokes. All right, if something goes wrong at the plant, blame the guy who can't speak English. Ah, T-boy, how many times have you saved my butt?
Oh, T-Bor. What's funny is there's almost an immediate call back to this joke.
Yeah, T-board gets called back like 2 or 3 times, like in rapid succession.
It's great.
We also have Grandpa playing babysitter for all the kids at home. This is starting out with Maggie, and he has a book to help, which is The Guide to Infantile Distress by Dr. Washburn's Asbestos Pills. Sounds legit, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then I love how he's like basically looking at Maggie and he's like, all right, Maggie, what do you want? And she wants a bottle. The bottle is right behind Grandpa, and she's doing classic Maggie mannerisms that we've seen since the Tracy Ullman
She's
show.
like pointing.
Yeah.
And like, hey,
Right.
hey.
Right. And then he just starts listing. He opens up the book and he's like, all right, let's see here. Do you have dropsy, the grapple, scrofaluffa, the vapors, jungle rot, dandy fever, poor man's gout, housemaid's knee, climatic poop howl, the staggers, dum fever?
I mean, what I love is, a lot of this stuff is like jungle rot. Like,
Yeah, right.
You get that when you're at war, like huffing through the jungle and you don't change your socks. And like the staggers, like, yeah, Maggie, it's a guide for babies. The staggers being a classic reference to somebody who's drunk as hell.
Also, like housemaid's knees. Like that's all Maggie's doing is
Poor
cleaning
man's
all the
gout.
time. Yeah, poor versus rich man's gout.
Versus rich man's gout, of course.
So Smithers is showing Marge to her office, and this is our second T-board joke because Smithers goes, that idiot T-board lost the key, but you can jimmy open your door with a credit card.
Which, of course, means that Homer lost the key to the room.
And I love how she's like, well, who's going to train me like anybody does at a job? And like most jobs, they say no one. But there's an added layer to this joke because Smithers is like, oh, Marge, please, according to your resume, you made this machine. Like invented it.
Goes a little too far with that one,
Right. Yeah. Not only like is she supposed to be able to speak Swahili, she made like this like technical machine for a power plant. So she just kind of pulls a Homer and pushes a random button. Immediately flames shoot down the hallway. We hear people screaming. I think you mentioned on our last recording too that like, yeah, because that's what every machine needs. It's the flame button.
Right, like, why does it have a button where all of a sudden
just
flames
fire.
Like shoot down the hall?
Like it's some kind of like,
hey,
I don't know.
I
like
mean,
a stuntman's board, for like an action shoot, right? Like here's the fire button.
Right. No, I think I think that they've had some radiation leaks and they get monsters from time to time.
Oh, okay.
And so that's part of the safety routine is being able to fry them in the hallway.
Yeah, I mean the Umbrella Company had that for the T virus as well, but the zombies always seem to get out. All right, now we're on to the B plot, and Edna is about to give an English test, and Bart is faking being sick. And this is classic, like over the top. If you've ever dealt with a child or remember your own childhood, we've all done this, where you just are like bullshitting your way. Oh, the pain. Oh, my inner toe.
Sick.
Oh,
I'm so
my
sick.
nipple. And then Edna goes, Bart, have you ever read The Boy Who Cried Wolf? I'm halfway through it, I swear.
I mean, this is something that any ADD kid can relate to so hard.
Any kid who's just lying about not wanting to do the schoolwork, Like, I read it. Of course I did.
I tried, I swear.
I remember I was supposed to read the book Animal Farm because I entered a competition for the library because at Lawrence Middle School, they would do various drawings of famous books and then they would display them if they were of decent quality in the library for the year. But the whole idea was you're supposed to read the book that it's about. And I remember going up to my dad. I'm like, hey, you ever read Animal Farm? He's like, what's it about? He's like, oh, yeah, pigs take over, kind of like the Republicans. I was like, sweet. Makes sense to me.
Short and sweet. That's
Yeah.
exactly what you wrote down.
And I love how we're back at the plant and Marge is trying to work and Homer is like, no, it's lunchtime. And she's like, no, I want to finish this paperwork. He's like, Marge, let's file this under R or Arrivederci. And I love that joke because I'm a terrible speller. And I was like, I'm sure that word does not start with R based off of this joke. Pneumatic tube joke as well, where basically Homer puts the paperwork in the tube, shoves the tube into the slot, and they're like, where does it go? Don't worry, baby. The tube knows what to do.
I mean, the idea behind pneumatic tubes, is that it goes to certain places and it'll deposit your thing in like a bin, and then they know where to go and they put it to another place. And
Yeah.
it was apparently around quite a bit in America for a
Oh,
while.
yeah. Well, I remember growing up before there was ATMs everywhere.
Mhm.
There was tube systems. So you would
Yeah.
have drive-through banking.
Yep.
And you would just go
Put
to
your
the
stuff in
parking
the
spot
tube.
and you would have to fill out the slip. You put it in the tube, send it over. They'll send it
That's
back the
right.
money and you're good to go. So that's my experience with it growing up. But by the time like emails started to come about, like this is just ancient
just went away.
technology that's not
It
needed
didn't need-
anymore. And what I love
Um,
about this one is you get this great little like quick montage going through
Yeah.
the plant, seeing all different kinds of things happening. And then
Yep.
the tube poops out into the lake or river and a beaver comes. And they just use these tubes to make a dam because there's like hundreds
all
and
of the
hundreds of them.
tubes just end up like shooting out the back into the river.
Yeah.
It's not a safe place to work. Like, it's not a sound business that they have running the damn nuclear power plant.
Well, that was always such a funny idea of like putting Homer in charge of like nuclear power. Like, what is something that could really go tits up and destroy like the local area, if not like a section of the country? Nuclear power. You'd probably work out like a data center for Elon Musk if it was today, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Truth.
All right, so Bart's plan is backfiring because guess who's playing doctor? Grandpa.
No.
And we have a humidifier, multiple ice packs, and they're the old school ice packs that you would like unscrew the top and put real ice in, not like the gel packs that we have today.
Or hot water bottles too. It's the same thing, basically.
Right. And I also love how he said he found some leeches at the pharmacy. Well, it was more of a bait shop.
More of a bait shop, and they're like wriggling in the bag.
Yeah. Oh, leeches. The best way to kill
Bart, who of course is faking, is like, look, Grandpa, I'm fine. I really don't need any more remedies. And he pulls out a thermometer and he's like, oral thermometer, my eye. Think warm thoughts, boy, because this is mighty cold.
And I love how they animate it too, because they show Grandpa removing the bed covers, right?
Yeah.
And then they just point the thermometer to the camera before they go to ad break, and you hear Bart scream. Like, it's perfect.
Oh, the rectal thermometer.
And then we come back from commercial. Burns and Smithers are looking at monitors as the Imperial March plays, and I always love it when they do that. They do that for more than one Mr. Burns intro, but they'll just go a quick bump, 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 as like they show the establishing shot.
And we get some great Burnsisms where he's like, jackanapes, lollygaggers, noodle heads.
I also love how he's actually right. His workers are terrible. Like, they're doing like a cockfight. Like, there's some limbo in one. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
and
not.
like sword fighting with like rods.
Yeah, or they're playing like a chess with like the gloves inside. The chessboard's inside the containment zone. Whatever you call that. I don't think that was right. But so then he sees Marge and he gets Twitter-pated, and we get this great like X-ray cut to his black heart, and it's like the smallest shrivelous thing, and then like a wet fart of blood just goes into one of the arteries.
The sound is great. It's like
yeah,
that's his one heartbeat. He gets
yeah. I mean, there's another joke too where like he gets struck by lightning and he's like, "What's that beat? What's that rhythm sound in my chest?" "Oh, that's your heart, sir." "Oh, that takes me back." Yeah. Then we get a joke about zooming in the camera, and he's like, closer, closer, closer. Hits Marge in the head. Oh, that's too close. Blah, 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 blah.
I like that joke.
It's okay. It's fine. I do like the idea that there's a camera that's not only just stationary, that it's like on like some kind of like lever or like a robotic arm, that moves about.
Exactly. It's very much like, Abrams Brothers, like airplane kind of a joke.
Yeah. So Burns starts courting Marge with orchids and fragrant bath oils. He claims that all employees get such gifts, but then Marge is like, well, then why is the morale so low? And this is one, I think, probably my favorite visual gag of the entire one, because we get a callback with it too. There's 3 people that we see. We get a man crying. Pans to the right. We see a distraught woman with a 1,000-yard stare, drinking shots.
just pounding it. Just pounding booze.
And then it pans to a wide-eyed man stroking a gun, talking about how he's the angel of death and the time of purity is upon us.
I am the angel of death. The time of purification is at hand.
Yeah, just fucking wild. So then, Burns, he doesn't care, but he's trying to impress Marge, so he pretends. And then so Marge just goes, well, you can give them healthier snacks. Theme days. Oh, you mean like Child Labor Day? Actually, I was thinking like Funny Hat Day.
Child Labor Day.
Oh, he's so disappointed too. He's like, oh, all right.
And now, and how about piping in some music too? That always cheers me up.
Like Tom Jones specifically, right? And
Exactly.
Then we get the same 3 people as before, but What's Oh Pussycat is playing in the background. And they're all wearing funny hats.
What's new, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. It's an obnoxious song.
And then we also have the man with the gun, who now he has his hat, and it's like one of those small ones with like a little propeller on top, like he's Tweedledum or Tweedledee or some shit like that. And then he cocks the gun, and he gets up, and then it starts to pan out, and we can transition to like one of the monitors in Burns' office. And so we don't see the mass shooting that's about to happen, but it's heavily implied.
Oh, it's
so
great.
funny.
I mean, it's great
so
to see
funny.
like the woman with the damn hat, little tiny
Oh,
hat.
yeah.
Like,
Didn't she have like the moose antlers or whatever too? She's just fucking pounding it with the moose ant. The guy is just crying, and he has a hat on, like he's still crying. Like it's just there's either the only thing that's different is the hat. The only thing that's different is the hat and the music. And I'm not even a big Tom Jones fan, but like every time I see that like section, I'm always like, "What's new, Pussycat?" Yeah.
I mean, look, I like some of Tom Jones' songs. I like Tom Jones, but that song is obnoxious.
Gotcha. And Burns mentions that he thinks it's working for some reason, and the healthier snacks are on the way. And then we cut to a crowd in the kitchen confronting the donut man, who's wielding a chain to fend off attackers as he takes the donuts away. And Lenny gets slammed into the barrels, and we have a clip of that so you can hear how violent it gets.
And the healthy snacks are on their way.
You can't take our donuts.
Right? Anyone else want to be a hero?
And it's violent too. And Lenny's just like laid out.
Oh, he's done. He's done. He needs an ambulance, like post haste. I also love like Homer's little whimper. All right. So the donuts are gone, and special treatment continues for Marge, thanks to Burns in the courtship. She gets a raise and a new office. Smithers.
Yes. Yes. He's like, where am I going to go?
I love how Burns goes, we're putting you where the action is. And then
it cuts to him in the men's bathroom, like cleaning the urinals with a toothbrush.
Wearing an apron, gloves, a little like hairnet, right?
Yep.
And some like larger boots too. Like he was like really going to be cleaning up some shit.
Oh yeah.
And I love how like what does he say? Something like spring, white and fresh or something of that nature. Do you have the quote?
Springtime fresh, winter white.
What and then Homer comes in and does not abide by the man rule of not taking the urinal next to someone else. Like you're always supposed to leave the space.
I mean, there's clearly a ton of urinals.
There's no one else in the bathroom but
on the back wall. We see open, urinals everywhere. He comes right in, like puts his ass in Burns' face, who is knelt down in front of the damn urinal. Like, how bad?
Now, look,
Uh,
we know Smithers has been
Homer.
dealt down in front of a man before in that position,
It's just, I was like,
but
he
not
was a
in
little
this
too excited
circumstance.
about cleaning the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, we don't kink shame on this show, but a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know,
Right.
he
Then
likes
we
it.
go back to the B plot, and Bart claims that he's all better. And this is the line that I love because Edna mentions that, oh, now we can do a makeup test. And he clutches his side and goes, oh, my
My
ovaries.
ovaries.
And I didn't get that joke as a kid whatsoever. Like, I did not understand that. I just know like he was making some stuff up. And I do remember being like in high school and hearing it again and just losing my shit. Like just thinking it was like I was like, that's so clever. That's so funny.
My
And then Edna
ovaries.
doesn't even fight him on it. You know, it's just like, okay, whatever. So Grandpa picks him up from school
Yeah.
again, and then we get our second question. Hey, boy, have you ever read The Boy Who Cried Wolf? Yeah, glance at it. Boy cries wolf, has a few laughs. I forget how it ends. Hey, Bert, is that light green? Yeah, it better be. It just almost hits like so many people because he runs a light.
I just love the yeah. Boy cries wolf, has a few laughs.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a great line, you know, just it's we're gonna go out for drinks, have a few laughs.
Yeah. So in the bedroom, Homer is lamenting about Marge's success. I'm used to seeing people promoted ahead of me, he says. Friends, coworkers, Tibor.
Oh, Tibor.
And that's the only reason I put that quote into my doc here is because that was our third and I think final callback to Tibor. And if I had my poop together, I would have made a little skit about Tibor, and I was thinking of like been kind of like the Americans, where he's like actually a Russian spy.
Yeah,
he's like, I get blamed for everything, but stupid Americans don't care, don't know my secret true purpose.
Kremlin.
And then there's like a little back and forth where Marge actually calls Homer out on his shit, and I appreciate this. He's kind of like, if you work a little harder, maybe you get promoted. And Homer's like, are you kidding? I work like a Japanese beaver.
I guess it's because the Japanese are known for working very hard. And beavers, work like a beaver.
Two industrious creatures, the Japanese and the beaver.
Put them together.
Now, I don't know if there are beavers in Japan, because it's my understanding those are North American only. Otherwise, because that's what made the fur trade so big with the French and the English back in the day.
Oh,
because
Josh. There's Japanese beavers out there, all right.
Moving right along. You said that in such a creepy way. Like, you said, did you practice that from a windowless van?
So Homer's like, I work like a Japanese beaver. And Marge is like, really? Because I came and saw you 3 times a day. Twice you're sleeping and once you're kicking a ball of electrical tape around. And Homer gets it off and he's like, well, I won't sleep in the same bed with a woman who thinks I'm lazy. I'm going to go downstairs, unfold the couch, unroll the sleeping bag, and he gives up. And he's like, good night.
The next day, we have Burns swooning like a schoolgirl at the office. He's wearing Smithers is in the background there, still wearing his cleaning gear, which I think is a good continuality there.
I love how Burns is like laying on the floor with his head in his hands, like kicking his legs like a schoolgirl.
I also love how we've seen Burns do that before, because there was an episode where Homer is calling random people to like have a night out, for the pen pals. And you show Burns and he's like on like this white rug with chocolates and he has kind of curling his pinky around the phone wire. So like there's a part of Burns who just kind of likes to like kind of be like a little teenage girl for a while, every once in a while. He's getting these ideas from reading Smithers' wish book, and we get this great dream that's been shown so many times in clip shows as well. And it's like, do you remember the one where they come through the window in the middle of the night, Smithers? And then we have Smithers, his own imagination of what that is. So he's in the bed with the sheets pulled over, with his knees poking out of the sheet, poking up the sheets, not his penis, like where the sensors are like, oh no. And basically, like Mr. Burns, the window's open. There's nice melodic music playing, and they kind of fly through the window. And he's like,
yeah. It's reminiscent like the old like vampire films where they would come through the window.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I could see that.
Floating on a dream, and it's like,
Yeah, like the
Oh.
curtains are like billowing around, you know. It's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
rather lovely. Uh,
Mr. Burns.
so I also love how basically Smithers has a wish book and Burns is just cracking that sucker open anytime he wants.
You've been reading my wish book again.
Yeah. Burns wants to have a date with Marge at his estate. He tells Smithers to get Tom Jones, and they have this kind of fun joke where he's like, "You ever think you could find Al Jolson?" And he's like, "Sir, remember when we did that before? He's rather dead." He's like, "Oh, another pungent too, and there's many other things I like to forget from that night." I want to know what he wants to forget. I want to know what went so terribly wrong.
Yeah, if a falling apart, decayed Al Jolson is not the worst part of the evening,
Right?
What was, Josh? What was?
And then so we're back at the plant, and it's dressed like a cowboy day, and this is forced fun that nobody's really having fun with, and it kind of shows that like how these corporate events can kind of waste everybody's time.
Yeah, like it can be like have this facade of being for the people, but really just being the powers that be kind of forcing this on people so they can
Right.
feel like they're
Dance
actually
monkey
doing
dance.
something.
Right. Hey, look,
Yeah.
we did something. Instead of, letting you be at home with your loved ones and, giving you some time off, you get to dress like a cowboy.
Get to dress like a cowboy.
And I love how it shows, too, like how Carl is complaining about the Spurs, but then Lenny shows up in 50s gear like the Fonz, right?
He's like, hey, sit on it.
And then he has to go home and change because he can't just be there like in the 50s gear, right?
It's Lenny, 50s days next Wednesday. He's like, oh no, I gotta go change. Like, because if he's not in the right gear, like he's gonna get in trouble.
100%.
It's like corporate events when you don't show up.
I also love how you hear a motorcycle driving away, which makes me think he got a chopper for this thing too.
Yeah. Oh,
he went all in.
Yeah.
The house is finally fixed, and after collecting the check from Marge, he gives a little bit of advice, and this sets up our next quit with a 50-cent washer because we get some jerk-ass Homer.
Here's your money.
Now, the problem here was water leakage. If you just buy a 50-cent washer.
I've got a better idea. Get the hell out.
Look, I got some washers in my truck. I'll give you one.
Marge,
I'll give you
get
one.
my gun.
Not so surly, is he? Not so surly whatsoever.
And the guy backs off like,
oh yeah.
Damn.
No, he keeps his he does the thing where you don't lose eye contact with the person threatening you, but you back away.
Back away, not today.
Disco lady. So Smithers tracks down Tom Jones and offers to pay him for a private party, and we get he has two briefcases, one's full of money. And when Tom Jones declines, he's like, "No, mate, I don't do private parties, sorry." And he's like, "Well, why don't you look into this other briefcase?" And Tom Jones, like an idiot, is just like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Oh yeah, what is it?
And then gas
I
comes
don't see
out.
how this is going to change my mind.
Right, much like it's a Batman event or something like that. They got the knockout gas, very very typical type of. I miss knockout gas, man. We need to bring that back as something, right? In movies,
Right?
We used to have knockout gas all the time. Now not so much.
But we love how in this Smithers is like, he's like a proper like spy, or
Bond villain.
Exactly.
He definitely goes full henchman now. That he's like once he had to do kidnapping, and he even has this all pleasant dreams, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, he's cold as ice. We talked about this last time, when we did all of this before.
Yes, yeah, the first time.
We like
recording.
He is somebody who can be depended on.
Yes.
Like if you need him to do something, he will do it.
100%. I also like how he just no questions asked whatsoever, and we'll bring more of that up later because he doesn't have just gas; he has other weapons for this tools. And I also just imagine him being some kind of dungeon keeper for Mr. Burns. He's trying to keep people prisoner, and he's the one's throwing out food every once in a while. And that'll probably set up our first ad. If you've already heard it before because we dropped it, we are going to be repeating the Tom Jones spy thriller.
Deal with it.
Sing a spy guy. He's a singer, he's a spy, he's a singer spy guy.
He's a singer, he's a spy, He's the singer spy guy. Today on Singer Spy Guy, the origin story. Waylon Smithers walks up to Tom Jones's cell and tosses him his tray of food.
Bon appetit, Mr. Jones.
You can't keep me here forever. When are you going to let me out? I sang your bloody concert.
As soon as you sign this NDA.
You'll never clone Tom Jones. Never!
Sleep tight, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones notices something in his pudding cup. It's an earpiece. He cleans it off and reluctantly puts it in.
Jones, listen to me and do exactly as I say.
Who are you? And oh God, there's pudding in my ear. Who is this mysterious stranger? Will Mr. Jones escape? Find out next time on Singer Spy Guy.
He's a singer spy guy.
He's a singer spy guy.
Back at the B plot, Edna is listing all the excuses Bart used to get out of the test, and this is where we have the edit where they removed the Tourette's joke and replaced it with rabies. I still like the whole cut it, witch.
I love the other illnesses in this.
Oh, you got them? Like, if you got them ready, list them out.
Well, no. I mean, it's because she says he had the bends, which is of course where you're in the ocean at depth and you come up too quickly, and the pressure, it's bad. What does it do? It puts oxygen in your blood or something like that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It messes up with your circulatory system. I know that much. And they actually had that when Homer had that underwater home in the future, and it's like, we got to wait here for 3 hours while we decompress.
Yep, he's exactly right.
So we also get a cutaway to the Krusty show, and they give us a little like verbiage on the bottom that claims it's not that far from the school. Like that matters. I want to know who was there, who was like, you know what, we got to make it clear that Studio 6 is near the school for some reason.
Because we wouldn't buy it otherwise, Josh.
Right. And we have a classic Krusty show doing like the old Carson bits. Carson was not the only one, but like, they would bring on live animals for the longest time.
In like Letterman, I think they would do Steve Irwin would come on, and like snakes and boa constrictors.
Usually it's like at most it's like a chimp that could be dangerous, right? Kind of like smaller animals.
Yeah.
But being at the Simpsons and Krusty,
like tarantulas,
Yeah. And but being at Simpsons, they have like these things that are straight out of like Jurassic Park. If it was for mammals and birds,
well, it's like a bald eagle. Is basically
it's like a bald eagle on fucking roids, man. like Barry Bonds and that eagle were juicing,
It's got these massive talons,
right,
just digging into Krusty's skull. It's a visually stunning.
And he mentions how like the claws could crack clams. And Krusty's like, get it up.
And then she goes, we have an Alaskan timber wolf. He weighs 240 pounds, and his jaws can bite through a parking meter. He does get spooked by loud noises, though.
Loud? That's our word of the day.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's so good. And of course, like they lose control of the wolf because it's only on a chain. And the chain breaks, and the wolf just books it out of the loud studio with all the kids cheering. So that's good.
First, he runs into the crowd, and all the children go scattering. It's pretty funny.
I also like how they go back, and the bird is back to attacking Krusty on the head, and the handler is like, "She must think you are after her eggs.
I only ate one.
Also, I can see him like in the back too. He's like, that's good eagle. That's good eagle egg.
That's good eagle egg.
With the chives.
That's hilarious. I picture him like smoking it.
Oh yeah, that's good. Or like he does like a poached egg. He's like, the hollandaise sauce is a little off, but that's okay. I got that eagle egg. Very rich yolk. The wolf walks by the cops, and they're too busy eating donuts to care. Wiggum just goes, nice doggy.
So we cut back to the school. We get one of my favorite jokes, which is just such a throwaway. He goes, Bart's taking the test. He's like,
Yes.
Ivanhoe, a story of a Russian farmer and his tool.
And he's out in the
It's a good
hallway taking the
guess, you
test.
know,
He's out in
using
the
what he's
hallway
got.
taking the makeup test. So he's away from the entire classroom, which was why this joke sets up so
Yeah,
well.
they showed him earlier, like dragging the desk out the door.
Yeah. And so he had to, he sees the wolf come in and he's just fighting for his life. Like he's trying to use the desk to keep distance between him and the wolf. He's screaming wolf inside. He's like, wolf, wolf. And then Edda's like, nice try, Bart. You gotta do better.
You're gonna have to do better than that. Yeah.
And then it escalates to the point where like the glass window breaks on the door, and Edna's still not even giving it a glance. She's like, yeah, whatever. Okay,
Like,
do what you gotta
sorry,
do.
no sale. You're wasting time.
And then we're back at the plant, and Burns is applying waxing to his scalp.
We both love the visual gag.
It's so funny. And then like Marge comes in, and kind of like a teenager who's about to get caught masturbating, he quickly puts away the scalp wax.
Yep,
and he puts his hand like very casually, his elbow on the desk, and puts his hand onto his head. The head slips off, and he eats shit right on the desk. It's so small, it's so quick, but I love it. All right, so Burns invites Marge to dinner and mentions Tom Jones will be there, and we get a door that opens up, and we got a very forced smile of Tom Jones waving, and then Smithers is behind him with a gun to his back, and he's like, "That's it, big smile, everybody's happy."
He's like, "Hello, Marge."
I also love how the door closes on Tom Jones's head.
It's like it slides up and slides down. When it slides down, it just
bonks him right on the
whacks him
fucking head,
violently in the head. It's fantastic.
Because he gets knocked out.
But of course, all Marge is like, "Oh my God, my husband will be so excited."
And then crestfallen
Mr.
Burns
is crushed. Yeah.
Yes, I can picture him now. Rugged good looks, sweater knotted about his shoulder, curly locks shining in the sun like
The
spun
opposite
gold.
of Homer, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
And then we get another fantasy cutaway. And
Yep.
it's basically Marge and this fantasy Homer in a convertible driving around the coast. You know, classic like
Talking
PCH
about
type of thing.
How Burns is a senile old fool. Yeah.
And then they do the classic like rich people laugh. So finding out that Marge has a husband, it basically is like, all right, you're fired. And Marge replies, "You can't fire me just because I'm married. I'm going to sue the pants off of you." And then Burns gives this very creepy, "Oh, you don't have to sue me to get my pants off." Grr. Yeah. It's gross. So gross.
It's like when Milhouse does his the
eyebrow
waggle
thing?
It's great.
All right, so back at the school, Bart is fighting with for his life against the wolf. And then this is like where we see like the toned down version.
Yeah.
And we mentioned in our first recording, the superior recording that will never be out, that
you guys wish
we thought maybe like
wish you could hear it.
They probably got rid of the blood. You know, like it was probably bloodier.
Well,
because
it
like,
just
it's still pretty violent.
dashed flesh. You know.
Yeah, because his hair is all messed up and like you know he loses a shoe. His clothes are tattered.
Yeah.
He does look pretty beat up.
I just think it's less blood.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had a bone, sticking out. I don't know.
Ooh, compound fracture. That'd be fun.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, you know who's here to save the day? That's Willie. And that sets up a great clip right here. I love this clip. Willie is the fucking action hero that we deserve.
Hey, Wolfie, put down that hors d'oeuvre. It's time for the main course. Back to class, lad. Nothing to see here.
So we get the classic Willie ripping his shirt off to reveal just epic muscles.
Yeah,
insane.
and it's funny because they did this once before in the show.
Yes, with Bart with the
well.
radio, and he falls down the well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and up until then, he's like this scraggly, just kind of total loser of a guy. And so you love to see hero Willie come in at certain points. And this is the beginning of that story, and it's happened throughout the series. And it's
another person like that is Flanders.
Willie.
Flanders is always ripped.
Oh
like
yeah,
he's not as ripped as Willie. Like Willie is kind of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type.
Yeah.
But like I guess Flanders is more like a Mark Wahlberg, still fucking cut.
That's who you think of?
I don't know. I was thinking of trying to someone like on the smaller side who isn't like a superhero.
No, that's fair.
Like,
No, he's
flex,
I mean, he's ripped. Yeah, he's just like in perfect health.
Yeah.
It's almost like a godlike, like statuesque, like this is the reward for being religious.
There you go.
And
he has Jesus abs. He has Jesus abs.
Yeah, Jesus, exactly right. There you go.
All right. I also love how there's another continuality error because, like we were just saying, Willie rips off his shirt in the upper part of his overalls, right? But then when he's wrestling the wolf, it looks like he has a shirt on.
It does. Yeah, he's got like a gray undershirt on. There's another one too, is because the wolf rips off Bart's right shoe as he's ripping the pieces.
Yeah.
But then when he walks back into the classroom, it's his left shoe that's gone, Josh.
Yeah, there you go.
Is something that people had to take notice of.
That's why we have all those Wikipedias. I also like how Edna is basically like, look, you're full of shit. I'm not even grading this paper until you tell me the truth. And Bart is like, you know what? Fine. I'm done with this. I'm about to die. There was no wolf. I faked the whole thing. I'm just going to lie here on the floor. Please don't let me swallow my tongue. And we just thud. He just keels over. And Edna kind of looks over and is like, there, doesn't it feel better to the truth? Pokes Bart with like a yardstick.
Moving.
Dear.
He's just like in an awful position, like just legs akimbo. And she's poking him with the yardstick. Ugh.
I also like how Grandpa picks up Bart and mentions them rubbing garlic on him until the next full moon. Can't have any Van Helsings over here biking.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have Willie and the wolf exhausted under a tree sharing a flask. And Willie goes, don't feel bad for losing. I was wrestling wolves back when you were on your mother's teat. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I love how the dog's just like sitting next to him, just like a kind of a person. Mm-hmm. Willie's got the arm around him, still with his shirt off.
Yeah, and they make the wolf like kind of hunched over as it's sitting, like it's definitely
it looks exhausted. And, it's great.
Then we got Marge and Homer going to Lionel Hutz to file a sexual harassment suit, and I just had to get this clip because this is just such good Phil Hartman-ness right now, and we kind of see why Lionel Hutz may not be the best lawyer in town.
So, do you think I have a case?
Mrs. Simpson, you're in luck. Your sexual harassment suit is just the thing I need to rebuild my shattered practice. Care to join me in a belt of scotch?
It's 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but I haven't slept in days. Last chance.
I love the last chance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, have you ever seen Blazing Saddles?
Of course, all the time. Happy birthday, Mel Brooks. He just turned 100.
Oh, there you go. Really?
Yeah.
Good Lord. There's the scene when Gene Wilder's in the jail cell and he comes in to get him. Cleavon Little, and he like drinks the bourbon out of the
right.
It's got the same sound effects, and it's
really?
It's
nice.
Not good.
I also like how he's about to polish off the bottle, but he's polite and he's like, "Last chance,
last chance." It does not look inviting.
Isn't that the same scene too, where he's like, "This is my shooting hand," and it's like, straight as a, or like, "This is my other shooting hand." It's like just flopping all over the place or whatever.
Cleavon Little goes, "Well, since I'm your host and you are my guest, what would you like to do? What do you like to do?" And he goes, "I don't know. Play chess, screw." He goes, "Well, let's play chess."
Yeah, it's such a good. I was so happy to see a little bit of a tangent here, folks. I was so happy to see Mel make it to 100. And I really enjoyed the documentary that's on HBO if people are interested in it. It's a pretty good look at his life.
Yeah, Spaceball 2 comes out next year.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be good, but that's okay.
It's going to be terrible. You're still going to watch it.
I was like,
love it a little.
Yeah. Anyway, Marge is saddened and ready to give up because the confrontation between Lionel Hutz and Burns does not go well. He's like, "Mr. Burns, we have we have a solid case with precedent and a paper trail a mile long." He's like, "Oh yeah, I have 10 high-priced lawyers." And then Phil Hartman does 3 screams in succession. He's like, "Ah, Ah! Ah! And then he runs out the door. Homer is like, "Oh, you forgot your briefcase."
He jumps through the window.
Oh, does he? Okay. And then he runs out. He runs away basically, and he's like, "Wait, he forgot his briefcase. Oh, it's only full of like old shredded newspaper."
Classic.
And so basically, Marge is like, "All right, look, I can see the writing on the wall.
That's
we
it.
lost."
She says,
"Homer, let's
people
keep
like
your job."
People like us can't afford justice, is what she says.
Correct. Truer today as it was yesterday. I also love how Homer does what he is meant to do in these situations. Actually sticks up for his family and loved ones, especially Marge. And he basically demands an apology from Mr. Burns, which impresses the old coot, which is great.
And he goes, I love this line, Josh. He goes, "You love her too."
Damn right. And he goes, "Homer, I want you to show this woman the time of your life." What's that line too? You love it, right? Like Homer.
He goes, "Gotcha, Marge. We're getting some drive-through and doing it twice."
Yeah. And then Burns is basically like, "I got another idea. How about you have
saying, Josh, that you loved because
right. That's right. I forgot.
Seen the look on Marge's face.
Marge goes from like her standard like face to like a little smirk just goes up her cheek, meaning she's into it. Like,
yeah, she's down. That is a good night, getting drive-through and doing it twice. Yeah. But Mr. Burns is like,
I don't have to do dishes and I get
laid. Exactly. Get a bucket of KFC for the kids. I'll go watch TV.
Yeah, right. I also like how we have basically cuts to the mansion, right?
Yeah.
Because what they're gonna do is instead of like the dinner that Burns wanted Marge to attend to, she's like, no, you and Homer have it. We have Burns and Smithers watching from the background. Burns is kind of doing his excellent fingers thing. Smithers is holding a gun, which I didn't catch until I rewatched it right before we did this recording. And he's just there, and there's just a pistol down at his side. Blink and you miss it.
He's just, let them know, because they got a whole band now. I don't know if they paid the band, but we got Tom Jones on stage, chained to the stage still.
Right, like he's in a prison ship. Like it's an ironclad on his ankle that's like drilled with a chain with a post drilled into the stage.
But Marge and Homer are like sitting front row center on a little table,
loving it
with a candle, having dinner and this private show, having a great time. Just biggest smiles on their faces you could see. Tom Jones leans in, he's like, "Go for help, love."
Call Interpol. Get me a hacksaw. Anything. And because he kind of tries to be sly about it too, and he leans in and gives Marge a kiss on the cheek, right?
Exactly.
And he's just basically pleading for his life.
They're oblivious to it, though.
It's so fun.
Just like, oh, yeah.
And then they pan out the camera, and we see fireworks going off as, what is it? It's not unusual to love somebody.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. And
then we get the credits. And this is how I came up with the singer spy guy. As I was watching this at the end, and I was like, wow, what if like Tom Jones became like a Bond-like figure? And some person in the chair gave him an ability to break out of the Burns estate. And that's
like
basically
a born identity thing,
Yeah. So that's why we had fun with that one. He's a singer, he's a spy, he's a singer spy guy.
He's a singer, he's a spy, he's the singer spy guy. Previously on Singer Spy Guy.
Jones, listen to me and do exactly as I say.
Who are you, and why the pudding cup? It's in my ear. Will Mr. Jones survive this escape? Find out right now.
There's no time. Look out your cell window. There'll be a drone dropping off a credit card. Use it to jimmy open the cell door.
That's no way that's gonna work Well, look at that. The door opens easily.
Now, go left, then right, then 2 lefts, and another right. Make a U-turn at the fountain, and then head north by northwest.
Mr. Jones shows great hardcore parkour skill. He deftly navigates the estate grounds. Uh-oh.
We plan for the hounds. Stick your hand into the planter on your left side. Pull out the donkey treats.
Bloody brilliant. Here, boys. Who wants a treat? The hounds are mollified with their good boy treats.
Now, jump over the 4-foot chain link fence. A car will be waiting for you.
Oh, thank you, love. I see the car now. You've got free VIP tickets for life at all my concerts.
You're welcome, Mr. Jones. However, this isn't the end. You'll be briefed on the drive over. See you soon.
Oh, bloody hell. What have I gotten myself into now? What has Mr. Jones gotten himself into now? Find out next time on Singer Spy Guy.
He's the singer spy guy.
Here's a Singer Spy Guy.
Robin, do you hear that sound?
What's that, Josh?
Well, we know what time it is. It's the Krusty
Brand Seal of
All right, my episode, so I will go first. Marge Gets a Job is a fantabulous episode. Plenty of Grandpa Simpson and Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, Mr. Burns jokes. Smithers has some great moments as well. We get a double dose of Phil Hartman with both Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz. I also like seeing Marge and Homer's relationship at work. The slanted house jokes are funny, especially Bart flying out the bedroom window. I might have to find that and put that. That might be our new Wilhelm scream.
No, we definitely do that.
The retirement party and the workplace jokes are most excellent, especially with the three people and the crying guy, the drinking gal, and the shooter. And then we also get Krusty and groundskeeper Willie with exotic animals, and Tom Jones playing with his life while performing a personal concert. Going into this, as I said in our original Superior recording, that I thought that this was going to be a 4. I had a lot of strong memories of it, but I just really enjoyed it. Really hit me hard this time, which is why I'm giving it a 5.
Excellent.
Woo!
Yay! Robin, what are your thoughts? And
Well, it's funny that you said that because I think the last time we watched it, I gave it a 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. That's what I have written down here.
I'm bumping it up to a 4. I really enjoyed it. I think that beyond all of my favorite jokes in this, the wolf wrestling with Willie,
It's so good.
All of the different things. Grandpa in this is so fantastic.
Hand me my patching trowel, boy.
Exactly. Lenny. Oh, I gotta go home and change. But it's Homer. Is what struck me watching this again was that this is the first time we seeing Homer do a lot of these things that are so we take for granted now. And him making jokes out of the smallest thing, like the drinking of the damn dishwashing soap in the very first moment of the scene, and it just got to me. So I'm going with the 4 on this one. It's a great episode. It's a lot of fun.
And I love the comedy idea of you have an imagination, and because it's animation, you can cut to 2 kaiju-sized curries destroying Tokyo.
Yes,
with laser eyes.
It's exactly it.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
We see this now, exactly like you said, with Family Guy and other things. You never saw anything like that before.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
I think The Simpsons were you had that sometimes in Looney Tune cartoons or Disney, where they would have thought bubbles, and those bubbles would be interacted with. But I think The Simpsons took it to a whole new level, which is why it was right for mimicking, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah. And there was something else. There was a throwaway line. I can't quite remember what it is. But I was looking back on it today, and I was just like, that is so clever. Just a total throwaway line in there that is just meant for a small number of people to just get a chuckle out of. and I love it. I love it.
It's so like I was thinking as you were talking now as well that like, oh, should we do like this episode is in dedication to Jack Melody because we're pretty sure he's no longer with us.
Oh yeah, I will remember you.
Oh, dear.
Well, that's a wrap for Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please do all the cliche things, the liking, the following, the commenting, or just tell a friend. We are currently on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. Snerts shoutouts, James Bond video game, 007 First Light. I have completed it since our last recording, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. You start as an origin story for James Bond. It takes place in modern times, 2026. And it was like playing a Bond movie. Very well done. I hope they are able to make more of them. I wish there was more to play, but the 20-hour storyline was so consistently solid that I also am very happy with what we got. And I don't think we really need more. And I hope they introduce more simulations, which is a way for you to do like individual missions or challenges that aren't tied to the main story. So you can kind of get that gameplay itch if you're looking for it. They also did a really good thing for replayability where you can actually pick any of the chapters and then pick sub-chapters within the chapter itself. So if you only want to play the car race part, you can play the kart race part, get it out of your system and go. So a lot of fun there. I have a movie recommendation as well. Yesterday I saw the He-Man Masters of the Universe movie that is out in theaters. It was a lot of fun. If you were someone like me who for their, I don't know, 3rd or 4th birthday had nothing but He-Man, whose tricycle was the tank from the show, who had the He-Man tent, the He-Man toys, and Castle Grayskull, this movie is for you. They do a really good job.
You had Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah, it was so cool. I wish I don't know what happened to it, but
you know what I love about those old sets is they always had like the little elevator thing.
Always an elevator.
Just like a trap door, you know. Like,
and eventually that goes away too because they're like wears out from use, so it's just
yes,
always like just always going. It was a lot of fun, man. It kind of reminded me like a little bit of Thor, a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy, but not as high quality in that regard.
Yeah.
Also a little bit of Barbie because it's like very self-aware of what it is.
Yeah.
And I think if you were a fan of the cartoon growing up and you have that nostalgia, you're going to like it a lot more than I think someone who's outside the demographic. And I think that's why it's kind of bombing in the box office right now. But if you're looking for like a fun sci-fi fantasy adventure and you don't go in with high hopes, this is a good ride. Like you'll enjoy it. If you're looking for high class cinema, like if you're looking for Endgame, level of entertainment, like look elsewhere. It's not going to happen.
Right. It's more like the Dungeons and Dragons movie they put
out.
It's
very much like the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah,
just really fun.
Yeah. How about superhero? You going to see Supergirl?
I will see it eventually. I don't know if I'll see it in the theaters or not. Like, even before the pandemic, I would only go to the movie theaters a couple times a year.
Yeah.
So like I'd honestly most of the times would rather go like get a beer and a burger at the Irish pub and watch World Cup than spend that equivalent of money, like another $40-$50 to go see a movie. So yeah, it's just kind of the way I am these days. But I am looking forward to seeing Supergirl and Spider-Man. I want to see the Mortal Kombat movie that was out. I think Street Fighter is also around the corner. It's a really good year for movies and video games for the nerds.
Yes.
And I plan to take advantage of all of them. Not in a bad way, in a good way.
I'm going to pirate them.
Speaking of, I also like that Verizon commercial that brought back the Mr. Evil, Dr. Evil, Seth Green, and everybody else. It's pretty funny.
I vaguely saw it the other day. This is my big problem with like the World Cup and sports in general is that you have to watch commercials. And
yes.
And I don't watch a lot of live TV, and so when I have to put up with them at somebody else, because I'll mute them at my house.
Oh sure,
but other people just let them play, and it's loud. And it's like no, like we don't just quit watching this, and like people just be staring at them like they're watching a show. It's like no, man, like come on, like it's just loud. They're just doing like come down to Best Buy. It's just like.
Or how many ways can we not say gambling when we mean gambling?
Right, exactly.
Well, I also want to thank all our listeners for taking the time to tolerate our nonsense, with a special shout out to Boxford, the raddest fan of them all.
The Doctor.
You want to hear more from your old pal Snerts? Well, bless your heart. Then check out the PlayStation Experience and PSVG on your podcast platform of choice. It can also be found on most of the things at Lord_Snerts. Robin, outros, plugs, what do you got?
Well, when we started this episode, it was the beginning of Pride Month, and it is now the end of Pride Month. And just wanted to give a shout out to all the celebrations that are going on around. It just looks so lovely and beautiful, full of joy. We also have the World Cup going on in Atlanta, which is very exciting, and in Los Angeles. It's a lot of
across North America.
And so it's just been it's been a whole month of seeing people celebrating together across the country, and it is such a salve to the chronic divisiveness of the last few years. And I just want to further say that if there's anybody out there that is struggling because they are gay or anything that they're afraid to tell somebody else of, you can't not be the person that you are. You have to be your own authentic person. You have no choice, and it's gonna be okay. Being yourself is the only choice you have, and when you are that person, only then can you allow the people that you love to fully love you, and they will.
That's very sweet. I was thinking of how I can undercut this lovely sentiment by saying Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts will be flying live in DC for the 250th anniversary fair that no one's going to. Robin, I didn't tell you this, man, but I got a stage for cheap. I'm telling you, cheap. I just had to buy two.
Hell yeah, I'm in.
2 phones, and they gave us center stage at noon.
Hey, we're gonna have Joe Rogan as a guest. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, it's funny. He says he's only seen certain Simpsons episodes, but and you think our hour and a half is long. Wait till Joe's on and we go for 4.
God.
So no, but that was really lovely.
We're gonna talk a lot about vaccines, Josh.
Yeah, right. We'll also get our first sponsor, which will probably be Blue Chew. But no, seriously, that's very, very nice sentiments there, and thank you for shouting that out. Our goal is to get our next episode out on July 19th. And before anybody ats me, that was a joke. We're not going to be playing at the fair in DC.
Right.
That was a complete joke. We're not doing that.
No.
But our goal is to get our next episode out on July 19th to keep our themes going with Marge Gets a Job. Robin picked from season 31, Highway to Well. And this is where she starts to work at a marijuana dispensary owned by Frederick Tatum, who's like the Mike Tyson character of The Simpsons. It's one of my favorite ones. I think it really does a good job of highlighting the difference between an Apple store type marijuana dispensary with the way you used to get weed, from your buddy's basement. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that one. So that's all I got from me. Robin, close us out with a sweet, sweet quote.
Here we have an Alaskan timber wolf. He weighs 240 pounds and his jaws can bite through a parking meter. He does get spooked by loud noises. Loud? That's our word of the day!
Hand me my punching trowel, boy.
Care to join me in a belt of scotch?
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.